the walkover. Week 16, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. This looks like a familiar scene, right? A little snow coming down. Not in Baltimore, which, ironic enough. This time, though, I'm in Pittsburgh. And we'll try to even out the snowfall on the beard here so that we don't just look like a one-sided Santa Claus. I hope everybody's gearing up for the holiday, getting excited for it. I hope everybody is super excited for this one. And I hope, I'm not sure if it is, but I hope it is doing this at M&T Bank Stadium right now. Let's talk Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, a game that could decide the AFC North, a game that if the Pittsburgh Steelers win, all those questions about, how bad is this going to get? Should they be worried? Is their season over? Did they do all this just to lose George Pickens? For the nightmare to come true and for them to completely fall off, well, those questions go away. The answers come, and the Pittsburgh Steelers claim the AFC North. Awesome. But what's it take to get there? I'll tell you this. It's not going to take Russell Wilson. It's not going to take George Pickens, who's not going to play. It's going to take the same group of guys that beats Lamar Jackson every single time. And just like they do every year, just like they did last year, just like they did earlier this season, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go into Baltimore. They're going to take on the Ravens. And the way they're going to do it, need a little windshield wiper there. The way they're going to do this is through defense, is through TJ Watt, is through Alex Highsmith, is through Minka and Joey Porter and Cam Hayward and Larry Ogunjobi and all those guys. Patrick Queen, Revenge Game Part 2. Dante Jackson playing if he's able to. It's going to take those guys. That's how the Pittsburgh Steelers win this football game. That's how it's always going to be. That's how it always was going to be. Whether George Pickens was playing or not, we would have sat here or walked through this snow in this winter wonderland here in the city of Pittsburgh and talked about how the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was going to be the difference maker if they were going to claim the AFC North. So, for everybody freaking out, for everybody super worried, for everybody listening to the national media talk about how it's done, it's over, the Pittsburgh Steelers season, hang it up, they're not winning again because George Pickens isn't here. Well, remember what the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens has been, always has been, and will continue to be. And that is a defensive AFC North, punch in the mouth, the kitchen is hot, we play defense football. And just because the headlines are about the concerns at quarterback and wide receiver and offense does not mean that changes. So, when you're talking about the game today, when you're watching the game today, I hope everybody could see this. I hope everybody could just see how beautiful the city of Pittsburgh is right now. This is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. As we're all kept inside, avoiding all this, remember that it's defense that wins in these games, that it will always be defense that wins in these games. And there are reasons that it's been a long time since these games have hit the 20-point mark for both teams. So don't get fooled by the headlines. Don't get fooled by the loud overreactions. If the Pittsburgh Steelers lose, it's because their defense lost this game. And if the Pittsburgh Steelers win, whether George Pickens was playing or not, it was because their defense won this game. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm hoping it's doing exactly this, only without the hair, in Baltimore right now. I hope everybody's getting outside to just experience a little bit of this. And you know what? I hope tomorrow we can talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers defense and how good they looked.